This conference will now be recorded.
So why we use application insights? To see logs. What logs? Hmm? What kind of logs? Hmm? Log information is correct, but what kind of logs? Application logs or infrastructure level logs? How you are saying application logs? Because the application is hosted on app service and the log information will be sent into app insights. Okay. The infrastructure level logs can be seen in where? Activity log. Okay. Fine. So let's see something else. So we have this app inside, and yesterday we have put some load on this to see some data, but for the last 1 hour, no. For the last 3 days, see if we have any data. So as of now, no data, and you can see the availability test results were there. We kept that down yesterday, and still it is not up. By looking into the diagram, we can say that it is still down. Okay. So what are the different kinds of tables available in the app insights? Request, availability test results, and there are other tables also. Though other tables are, what is this? The other tables are these: custom events, custom metrics, dependencies, exceptions, browser timings. You understood by default the name itself. You can understand. If you want to see the browser timings, how much time it is taking to respond. You can see under the browser timings, and then the traces, like from which applications to which page they have navigated. And if you want to find the traces, you can see all the traces information here. That's fine. So yesterday we have used a query to find out the number of requests that are failing. How? Request, and then pipe symbol. Why we use pipe symbol? Take the output and give it as an input to the next command, where result code. How I am saying result code? Because in the request table we will be having a column called result code. So in that result code, I want to find out the error that is equals to 500. So what it is going to do? It is going to list out the number of requests that are failed with 500 as the status code. If I want to find out for 500 and 404, 404 means page not found. 500 means internal server error. Okay. So now tell me how I can define this logic. Is it equals to? No. Result code in 404, comma 500. Fine. There are no errors. If there is any error, immediately it is going to show you that red color. See, if I simply remove this here, like result code, if I don't maintain that specific column name here, it is going to show the error. Result code, I need to select it from here in 404, comma 500. Okay. There might be some situation where you need to find some string. Okay. Let's consider example Ramesh, Suresh. You have two names and you want to find out the number of people whose name is whose name contains sh, whose name contains sh, right? So contains is a keyword, right? Like the same way here you can use contains. So result code contains, what is the string? Sh, right? Sh. You can write something like this to filter out the results. Okay, let me take this availability test result and then I will show you. So availability test results. So first I want to see the output of this. Okay, now you are able to see this. In this ID column, I want to see which are whatever the number of records. When I say records, that means the rows. In out of all these records, I want to find out the ID that is containing 25. Okay, availability results where what is the column name? ID, and then it should contains which one? 25. And this. See, somewhere 25 is there on all of these. 25 is there. This also somewhere in the end there will be 25. See, 25 is there. 25 is there. Like it has print all the results, right? Okay.
Integers की strings वाला
Hmm?
integers की strings
Integers की strings की तेड़ा है
strings वाला होना है
huh. But like if you see this ID column, this is integer or string. So you are saying that string that you want to find it. What kind of type it is first, right? If you go to availability test results, if you expand this, you will be able to see what is the type of this ID column. String. So that's why I have used quotation marks and kept 25. Understood? Okay, this is fine. And most probably you are going to see this kind of contains operation because in real time there will be n number of things that you need to search for. So basically the main columns that you need to see is success and the message. And if you see here, some results are having 403 and some results are showing as passed. I just want to see the number of records that are having the message called passed. Now tell me how I need to write it. Where, where, where passed. Okay. Is it the correct one? In which column you will be having passed in messages, right? Where message column, message, I'll just remove all this so that auto populates it. So where message contains past. So you are able to see all the number of records that are passed. Now see this. This is capital P, right? I'll write small p and just run this. So it is not case sensitive. So you can get all the information like whatever you want to. Okay. If it is case sensitive, immediately it won't show any messages. So it is not that case sensitive. Fine. And let's consider a scenario. We have got a situation where we need to join two tables. So let me see first in which tables we have the data. So availability test, after that dependencies, exceptions. Let me check the tables first. Dependencies. But how can I move this? Each and every time I don't want to do this. Dependencies, no results in the last 24 hours. Let me check for exceptions. No exceptions. That's fine. I'll tell you. I'll tell you easy way. But before, I just want to show you how you can make join. Yesterday, if you remember, I have told you one situation. If you want to join two tables, what should be there in between these two? One common column. There should be one common column. Then only you will be able to make the joins. And if you want to practice the joins, you can go to these W3 schools and you can see the join operation here. So I'll make this SQL. So first I will show you how the join is going to happen in the SQL, and then we will go to the custom. So join. What is inner join?
Similar things. You can sell data.
In table A and table B, it is going to show the common column, common data between the two tables. Okay. So he is saying that he is having a table called orders, and he is also having a table called customers. I want to join these two tables based on which I can join. So customer ID is the common column, right? Okay. Now I want to join these two. So here itself we have the query. So I will explain this. So I want to select first, select star from first I will write any one column, one table name. So orders. Select the star from orders is going to show you all the columns. Fine. I want to join which one? Customers. Forget about the upper one. I'm just trying to write it here itself. Customers. Okay. On which column name? Orders లో ఉండే ఆర్డర్ కస్టమర్ ఐడికి కస్టమర్స్ లో ఉండే కస్టమర్ ఐడికి ఈక్వల్. So whatever I have in the orders ID, that is equals to customers customer ID. So you can copy paste this. This is the condition. Okay, then what about this? So here, if I keep star, that means it should give all the rows and columns. But I don't want all the rows and columns. I want orders table. Order ID is the column name. Customers table. Customer name is the column name that I want. And then again, I want orders table. Order date. That's it. Understood what I'm trying to do here? In the orders table, I'm taking order ID is the column name. In customers table, I'm taking customer name. Why I'm keeping like this? Why cannot I use star? If you use star, that also going to work. So see, I'll just keep star and I'll just remove this and use only this. Select the star from orders, join customers. On orders, the column name will be, it's not customer ID, order ID. Oh, right, fine, fine. On orders table, customer ID is equals to customers table, customer ID. Now run this. It is going to give you all the columns between the two tables, right? When you join. But I don't want all the columns. I want only few columns. That's why I'm going to remove this star and I'm going to keep on orders table. I want order ID, and from customers table I want customer name. Customer name is the yes. Customer name. On this. I got the two columns only, right? That's why what? That's why we have used this query. Understood. This is what the exact query it is. Now I modified according to mine. Select a star from orders. Right now this join is there, right? It is inner join or outer join or full join. What do you guys think? Inner join. Now I want to make use of left join. So keep it as left join. What happens in the left join? How many number of records are there when I have done inner join? 196. Now on this query. Still 196 is there when I do left join. Now I will do right join. So right and full outer joins are not currently supported. In this W3 schools it is not supporting. Fine. I'll keep inner join 196 records, right? So how you are seeing all this information? First, you want to find out the number of records from the table called orders. First, I want to see how many number of records are there in the orders table. I'll just remove this, select a star from 196 are there. I want to find out the number of records from customers table. Select a star from customers 91. Okay, now if I keep customers table on the left side and if I do left join, how many records I'm going to get? So let's see this. Let's start from customers. Join orders on customers dot order ID. Order ID only, right? Order ID is equals to orders dot order ID. Correct? We are missing something. Select a star from customers. Join orders on. I am mentioning somewhere the spelling mistakes or what? Orders dot order ID. So let me check the table names first. See, this is correct. I'll just copy paste this. Why to make the spelling mistakes? See, here we are getting 196. Like, if you simply want to practice this, I'll tell you a easy way. You can go to this inner join, left join, and you can see the number of records that they are trying to show you. This is very easy. Like now you are able to understand the joins, right? For the from the W3 schools, I was able to get that documentation and I was able to study. But what about the Kusto queries? So Microsoft is giving you a documentation on how you can make use of these Kusto queries. So you just simply need to type joins on Kusto query, Kusto join examples. Fine. Docs.microsoft.com itself. Join operator. How you need to use this operator? So table 1, pipe symbol, join table 2 on common column. What is the common column between these two? Order ID. On the left table, order ID is equals to right table, call order ID. What do you mean by left and right? Here table 1 is which side? Left side. Table 2 is on right side. So on the left table, column 1 is equals to right side table, column 2. So this is very easy syntax, right, when compared with the original SQL. So you need to make use of this condition. So as of now, I don't have the data in the tables. So practically it is not possible for me to show without the data. So meanwhile, we will see, because in the upcoming classes also we still need to use these queries. At that time, I will show you. So if you want to use join operator, cross cluster join, broadcast join, invoke operators, we have multiple things. Now nobody in the market knows completely how to write these queries because the syntax is completely different. So if you want to use this, then you need to make use of the Kusto queries, a bit more practice. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we have used app insights to store the data and we are able to retrieve the information from the log analytics by using Kusto queries. Now till this point it is fine. How can you say that whether the app service is enabled for this application insight or not? So this is my app service, right? If I directly go to the app service, I can navigate into this app service, and within this app service itself, I have an option called application insight. See this application insight. So if you select this, if it is enabled, it will show you directly enabled. You don't have to cross verify the instrumentation key each and every time. You just have a situation where you want to find out it is enabled or not. So go to application insights and you can see whether it is enabled or not. Okay, fine. Now I have a situation. For each and I have 10 app services. For 10 app services, there should be 10 app insights, right? But it is getting difficult for me to write the queries on 10 apps. Can I send all my application logs to a single app insight? Is it possible or not possible? Yes, it is possible. So you are sending the app service 1, app service 2, app service 3, all kind of app services log data into the one app inside. Then how can you differentiate from which app service it is coming from? అండర్స్టూడ్. మీ దగ్గర ఉన్న 10 నుంచి ఒకటే యాప్ ఇన్సైట్కి పంపించారు, బట్ అక్కడ ఏ యాప్ సర్వీస్ నుంచి ఏ లాగ్ వచ్చిందో మీరు ఎలా చెప్తారు? అండర్స్టూడ్ ద క్వశ్చన్, రైట్? So you need to look for the column names. There will be a column name called cloud role name, cloud role name, or cloud role. By looking into that, you can find out from which app service it is coming from, or you can take the ID of that. I'll show you how you need to do that. Each and every time this is getting headache for me. Yeah. So this is the table name, and when you run this you will be able to see the number of columns. In that column names you can find it from which app service it is coming from. What is the app service name? My dev QASP, right? There will be a role name, or see, even the app name also fine. You can get the app name from here also. But if you want to filter out where app name contains your app service name, you can filter out like that, right? And see this. I key stands for instrumentation key. Okay. And then, yeah, in the request table we will be able to see that a cloud role name. So based upon that you can see, or else even in the message also you can keep that app service ID, and then from that you can filter it out. So there are n number of ways if you want to get it. See the custom dimensions, somewhere you will be having that ID, right? Based upon that ID you can filter it out. And this yeah, fine. Okay, now that you are able to write a query, and whenever they ask you to find out the number of errors that are starting with 404 or 500, each and every time you are coming here and you are just running the query and you are getting the result, but you want to get an alert. You need to get an alert like whenever there is a 404 or 500. So now we need to discuss about alerts. So I will just mention the query name something like, so success is 0, right? That means the application is not working. What I will do is availability test results where success, if success is equals to 1, that means it is working. Now I will give success is equals to 1. Whenever there is a success, immediately send me an email. Okay. So this is the query that I want to run on top of what? My app insights. Each and every time this query is going to be run on my app insight automatically, and once if it find any log information inside this logs, immediately with this success number, immediately it needs to send me a notification either through message or mail. So if I want to set this up, I need to set up an alert. So let's set up some alert. So this is your app inside. Inside each and every resource that you are planning to work on, for each and every resource you have the alerts under monitoring. So if I want to set up now alert, okay, click on alerts. So earlier, if you remember, when I was doing the availability test result, alert is enabled, but we haven't never added it to which person it needs to go. Okay, fine. So now I am inside the alerts. Now I want to configure a new alert. So create alert rule. First, you need to create an alert rule. Inside the alert rule, it is asking me what is the signal type. Here, if you specify all, is if the like you want to take the log, activity log or metric based or all, just keep it as all. And you can take this custom log sets because I am writing my own custom query, right? So I can take the custom log search. Okay. Once this is done, you need to specify the condition on which condition it needs to trigger. So just cancel this. Whenever you get this, cancel this because okay, this also not required. See here it is asking for a condition. Search query, paste this out. In the availability test results, always look for success code equals to 1. Okay, what is the measurement? So I want to show it in the rows. Aggregation type. The count should be looking for always for the last 1 minute aggregation granularity. What do you mean by this? The interval over which data points are grouped by aggregation time. So on how many minutes I need to look for this error? For each and every 1 minute, run this query. Okay. The count should be, I'm going to set the number of errors based upon the count. Count means one like 500s, how many are there? 5 are there, 6 are there, 7 are there. Like that is the count I want to take. And this is by dimension. I don't want to specify any dimension. What is the logic operator? If the alert, if the 500 or if the success is equals to 1, I kept right. If it is greater than 1 value, threshold value is 1. If whenever if it finds more than one success value equals to 1, immediately send me an alert. So greater than 1. If you want to keep greater than or equals to 1, immediately you can keep that also. Okay. Threshold value, that is where you need to mention the value as 1. For example, if I got 500 errors, if it reaches more than 500 errors, immediately send me an alert. There the threshold is the value. 5 is the value, right? So that is the threshold value here. What is the frequency of evaluation? I need to do it for every 1 minute. Okay, it is going to cost me $3 per month. Okay, and see it has set up some line. Whenever the one get increased, it is going to hit this line, right? It is going to keep on increase. So whenever it reaches 1, immediately it is going to send me an alert. Okay, this is fine. Till this point I'm okay with this. And okay, let me just go to the previous action. Okay, in the condition, what this is the condition. In this condition, what I have specified, the measurement rule, I was saying take the number of rows, count will be 1. You need to consider that as a count and do it for every 1 minute. In the alert logic, I am specifying that if the error is greater than or equals to 1, immediately send that alert. Did we specify to which email id it needs to go? We need to specify that, right? So go to actions, select an action group or create an action group. What do you mean by action group? Action group contains the set of user emails. For example, we are all working under production team. So production team is the action group. Who are there inside this production team? 7 people. So 7 email IDs will be there. So production team is an action group. If there are any errors in the production, this production team will take care. So create an action group. So the action group I'm going to keep it is region is global level. Fine. What is the action group name? Production team. Okay, it is going to display some name for it. Fine. Next, what kind of notification that they need to get? They need to get email, SMS, or push message. Fine. Here, this is where you need to provide the email address. So let me log in into the Gmail and I'll show you how you will get a email. So and okay, I'll keep this azure 414. So now I have logged into this email, right? So in this email, I'll verify whether we are getting any email or not. We'll see. Okay, this is fine. I need to take the email address, copy this and add it under action group. That's it. I just want to send an email notification. SMS charges and all I don't want. So simply click on OK. Notification name is required. So I'm just going to keep it as prod team. Some simple name for it. That's it. And then the next action type should be, so just go with the flow. You don't have to set this up. I just want to send a only notification. That's it. So action group is created. Okay. What did I mention in the action group? Set of user email IDs. Okay. Now this action, in these actions, I have kept my action group with one email address. Let's go to the details. You need to specify some alert rule name. The rule name that I want to keep is whenever there is success in my dev web app. This is the rule name. If you want to provide some description, you can provide it by yourself. And region is fine. And just review and create this. So whatever I was doing was, if there is a success is equals to 1, immediately it needs to send me an alert. Manually I cannot go and each and every time I cannot run the query on top of the app inside. So that's why I am specifying some alert. In this alert I have specified some condition. Availability test results where success is equals to 1. Always look for this. Whenever you get this, immediately throw me an alert. So that's right. See this. So you just need to refresh this. Alert rule is created. Alert rule created. Okay. Go to alerts. Here you can see the alerts related to this one. Why it is? Okay, if not this way, we have another way. Directly set it in the services. From here also you can go directly. So you can go to the alerts, and from here also you will be able to see. Let me just refresh this. It is created, right? You need to go for alert rules. Yes, earlier I have created alert rule only. Go for alert rules, and here whenever there is a success, this is what I want. If the equation is greater than or equals to 1, immediately it needs to send me an alert. So if you go to my inbox, you can see that I have received a email saying that you are now in the production action group. So you will be getting the emails like this. So it is just a notification saying that you have been added to the production group. That's it. Now what happens is, my query is always looking for success is equals to 1. But in the log information, what is the data that we are getting? Success is equals to 0, right? If I make that app service to start again, the success will be 1 or 0? 1, right? Okay, I'll do that again. I'm just taking the duplicate tab. So let me go to the tab service. This is my app service. Right now my app service is in stopped state. So that's why in the log information I can see zero things. If this app service is started, again what happens? The success will be 1, right? In the success column, I am going to get the 1 as the value. Now it has started. And if you go to the app inside, there also you will be able to see the information about the graph. So this is the app inside. You will get the log information stored. See, it will gradually try to increase. Right now it is down, right? Completely availability is not there. So that's why it is 0 percentage. So just give it some time. This graph is going to be raised. So just try to just wait for it. What is action group? What is action group? I have created one action group right now. What it contains? Email address. What kind of action they need to take here. So as of now, I just want only the email address to be added. So that's why I have added only one. I created one action group. Inside that, I have added one person. Next time, you want to add your manager inside that alert group. You are going to modify the existing action group or create one more action group. Modify existing action group, right? How you are going to modify? So where you will you modify? Directly, you cannot search something directly in the action groups here. Then what? So go to that alerts. In the alerts, you will be able to see the alert rules. So there you can see the action groups, right? Click on the action group. Now that here I have the production action group, I want to add one more person. So edit the action group, and then add one more person. What kind of notification that he needs to have? He needs to have email or SMS push. You need to give the name. I am going to add some person called Soumya here. You need to specify the email address of Soumya here. That's it. So Soumya will be also added to the action group. So right now I'm triggering the alert for the user based or the team based. If I add Soumya also, how many people are there inside the production team? So the two persons are going to get that email. Okay. So let's wait for it. So once if it gets triggered, then we will be able to see it. So go to app insight and we will see whether it is showing the graph or not. See now the availability is increased. Now 100% the application is available. You can also check it in the logs. Is there any way to skip this? Because each and every time I need to write this manually. Availability. This one. You can see the log information right now. The success will be is equals to 1. Now it satisfied our condition, like still the log information is not available. It will take 5 minutes to load the data into the app insights. Hmm? We have to pause on. No problem. It is we are doing URL ping testing, right? It will continuously ping. We just need to wait for 5 minutes because whenever you browse the app service, by default within not even 1 second it is not going to send the data. It will take 5 minutes for sure to store the data into the app inside. 5 minutes. In some documentation I have read that it is going to take 5 minutes. So if you see again, try to run it. So let's see if it is getting the one or not. No. Or else we will write the query whatever we have defined. Availability where success is equals to 1. So what I am doing, I am directly looking for success is equals to 1. And it is going to show you for how many days, like success is 1. But on which date it is? 9/6. Today only, right? See. Now it has taken the latest data. 9/6/1. You can see the date time in here. 646566. See, if it was the older data, you will be having n number of records, right? But this is the latest one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So that I will be getting an email or not. See this. Severity 3, Azure monitor alert whenever there is a success in this app service. And see this, you got the alert or not? Now I have looked for the success, but in real time you need to look for the failure one. So whenever there is a failure, immediately trigger the alert to my action group. So whenever I get this error, immediately I used to see that app service, whether it is running or not, and then I can take care of action part. Okay. So this is very important when it comes to alerts. See, the count is greater than 1. Immediately greater than equal to 1, right? So right now it is 2. So that's why if it reaches more than or equals to 1, immediately try to trigger that alert and see the other alert also. Until unless you stop this, you will be keep on getting the emails. Now you will be having a question. Now the app service is starting and running. So each and every time the log information is getting is 1. So it will keep on firing the alerts. Now, how can I stop this? First, you need to delete that alert rule. But in real time, what happens is, మీరు ఏం చేస్తారంటే రియల్ టైంలో వెన్ ఎవర్ దెర్ ఈజ్ ఎ ఫెయిల్యూర్ అని వచ్చినప్పుడు పెడతారు. వెన్ ఎవర్ దెర్ ఈజ్ ఎ ఫెయిల్యూర్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 0, then trigger the alert. It has triggered. After 2 minutes, automatically, without making any changes, automatically the issue got resolved. So what happens was you are going to get one more mail saying that the issue is resolved. Automatically it will give you. Now, in this scenario, what I have done was I went in a opposite way. I was looking for the success. So whenever there is a success, it is triggering me a mail. Now what I will do is I will stop the app service again, and you will get one more email saying that your issue is resolved. Okay. So this one, right? So it will give you, it will trigger, and once it is resolved automatically, it is also going to trigger one more saying that the issue is resolved. So we'll wait, we need to wait for some time. So till it makes that. So 11:40, right? Action group contains the set of user emails. Okay. In real time, you need to explain them what kind of alert you have defined. So you can explain something like we have hosted our application on top of our app service. For monitoring of the application, what you have used App Insights. In the monitoring phase, I have created some alerts. What kind of alerts? Custom alerts. So how did you define them? So I have written some Custo query to find out the number of results which are having HTTP status code 404 or 500. I have taken this query and kept it as an alert. So whenever there is a 404 or 500 inside the application inside, immediately it is going to trigger me the alert. Understood? మీకు ఫ్లో అర్థమైందా ఏం చేస్తారు? So this is how they are going to make use of the alerts. Not only this, you can take any resource. Even if you take VM, you can set up anything. For any resource, you will be able to see alerts. I'm not sure what resources we have here. No, no resource. So if we have the resources, then we can set up some alerts. So let's see, we have this app log is there. Okay, on a resource group level also, if you want to specify some alerts, you can specify. This is on resource group level. For this app service also, I want to specify some alert. You can specify some alerts. See, for every resource and resource group, there will be an alerts option. You can specify on resource based level. So let's wait. So it is still triggering. We need to get one email saying that it is resolved. So for that I am waiting actually. So alert is not only going to trigger whenever the alert got compromised, immediately it needs to send me one more email saying that the issue is resolved. Okay. Any point, any doubts till this point? Okay, no doubts. So still we need to discuss the application gateway because we have stopped in this, right? So that's why I continued. And tomorrow's class we will discuss about application gateway. Okay. And it is very important, application gateway. I will set that up before coming into the class itself, and we will see.